Cop or Drop. Welcome to the podcast where we discuss the funkiest upcoming fashion trends. I'm your host, Jeff Lopez. Hey everyone, how's it going? On this week's podcast, we're going to be discussing some of the trends that appeared in New York City's Spring 2019 Fashion Week debut. While some people are impressed with the multicolored suits that appeared multiple times throughout Yves Saint Laurent's collection, others are outright disgusted. For this podcast, we have someone who I thought could give some useful insight and opinions on this new trend. Tonight we have Anissa Sujak, a model for Sherry Hill's Spring 2019 collection. Sherry Hill is an American fashion designer whose specialty is formal evening wear. Sherry Hill is the #1 prom dress company in the United States and also dresses major pageant contestants. Hey Anissa, thank you again for being the first guest on my podcast series, Cop or Drop. Naturally, I'm sure you've seen some of the notable highlights of the most recent Spring 2019 fashion collections. The biggest trend that I've noticed personally is the multicolored tailored suits for both men and women. The suits range from neon colors like lime green and vibrant yellows to light pastel colors like lavender and mint green. What are your thoughts on this new trend that's taking the fashion world by storm?
So, my thoughts on this is, personally, I want to say I am typically a more of a classic look for like a big event. I like neutral colors. I like black for the most part. That's just me personally. But I do think that this is a trend that people are liking and you're going to see it for a little while. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to last that long because I think that my opinion on like the classic look is like a very large opinion throughout like the fashion industry at least. And I think that the fact that they keep it simple with color and they don't use that much pattern with it is also something that's a plus because it would just be way too much. So I think that they're like went in a good direction with that. I just think that it's a preference and you're not going to see it everywhere, but you'll definitely see it for a while.
I definitely agree. I honestly can't tell right now whether it's going to be a dying fad or maybe the next big thing in the industry. The only reason that I would say possibly one of the next big things is because it's unisex. Both men and women can rock it, honestly. So my next question is, do you think that this trend is a dying fad or do you think it's the next big thing in the fashion industry? Which you pretty much touched on, but if you had to choose.
No, I think that I don't think it's going to completely die out. I think that it being around so much is not going to be something that lasts forever. But at the same time, like, it's something that, like, the fashion world evolves all the time. It's always evolving constantly. But like I said, like, the classic look never dies out. So I think that we'll see it for a while. I don't think it's definitely going to die out.
I personally think that this could be the next big thing in the fashion world because I've already seen some celebrities dressed in funky colored suits. Jake Gyllenhaal, best known for his role in movies like Donnie Darko and Southpaw, was seen sporting an army green tailored suit on the red carpet this year. So is this style something that you see the general population actively wearing in the near future or something that only celebrities and people involved in fashion are going to wear?
I think definitely it could go either way. I think that, again, like, you don't have to be a celebrity to want to be different and make a statement. You don't have to be a celebrity to wear something like this. But at the same time, I just think that when it comes down to like the more average people who are picking out their own outfits, unlike these celebrities who most of the time are not, it's just going to be a personality and a taste kind of thing.
I agree. I'll finish this segment off with the question, Cop or Drop. Would you wear a colorful suit to an upscale event?
I think I would definitely try it out and see how I feel and see if I like it because there's no harm in trying it out. So I'd cop it.
Cool. Honestly, I think I would cop it too. Definitely it's different because it's not something that you see all the time and I've always liked to be different and unique and stand out from the crowd. But Anissa, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Everyone else, thanks for tuning in to this week's podcast of Cop or Drop. Be sure to come back next week so we can discuss Virgil Abloh's newest trend of distorted checker patterns on nearly all of his garments and leather pieces. Hope you guys have a great night.